Sean McVay facing his former protege and Kevin O'Connell for the first time since he took the head coaching job in Minnesota. We got Rams-Vikings Thursday Night Football and plenty of bets coming your way. Hey, Dave Loughy here on Twitter at Loughy_D. And if you don't mind, help me feed the algorithm. Whether you enjoy these videos for entertainment purposes or they've helped you along the way, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite bets are from tonight's game. It's a tricky one, no doubt. And as always, you guys ever want to join me in the premium Discord over there on Tails, link in the description and in the pinned comment. Look, we've had a fantastic season thus far, outside of last week, which stunk. But guess what? Now you can say, I dodged that bullet. I'll jump in now. It's 50% off your first week or month. That's less than $5 for the first week, less than $15 for the month. So even if you hate it, you won't. But even if you hate it, you can say, all right, well, I spent money on worse. Plus, awesome community. And if you download the app on OddsShopper, everything goes straight to your phone, every picks, and you get them early. Also, a ton of ladder plays, round robins, parlays, and a lot of stuff that you're never going to get here on YouTube. So if you want to join me, that's where to do it. Say what's up. Shout me out in the Discord. Love to see you and say hello. Anyway, 50% off NFL 24 with that link. All right, let's get to the plays. Rams at home, 3-point dogs, 48-point total against the Vikings. Like I said, it's McVay, it's McConnell for the first time. This should be a good one. There's no doubt about it. You know, I was leaning Vikings earlier in the week. That's why I always say, like, if you guys are tuning in for my picks for every game video on Tuesday, I love the idea of using that for some of these Sunday games and Monday games where we're getting good movement on these lines. When it comes to Thursday, a lot of times I'm doing this video and I'm looking at it and I'm going, man, some things have changed. Like, I was leaning Vikings on Tuesday, but then you see that 83% of the bets and 85% of the money have come in on the Vikings. You go, okay, that's good. Well, yeah, it's good until you see that a lot of these lines on a lot of books have moved from 3 to 2.5. And even on Pinnacle, you know, in Circa, 2 sharp books, you look at these and you go, okay, well, it's still 3, but you know, the Vikings it's -3 at plus 106. So that looks like it may be moving to 2.5 by the time this game kicks off anyway. Definitely set some alarm bells off. And at the same time, though, you've seen a lot of sharp bets go against Minnesota this season, and they've continued to win, right? Yeah, I bet against them on numerous occasions, and they've continued to win. And last week, they dropped their first game of the season against a Super Bowl contending divisional rival in the Lions. Yeah, they were able to move the ball against this vaunted Brian Flores defense. I get all of that. While I think, though, that the Rams should be able to have some success with Cooper Kupp back, assuming he's not limited, I don't think he will be, and Kyren Williams is just downright good, they're still at a clear disadvantage in the trenches. You know, you look at the offensive line, they've moved pieces in and out. Last week, you saw a little bit of an adjustment. They got a little bit better, but this is still a weakness, and they're still at a disadvantage here as far as the Vikings pass rush and the Rams offensive line goes, and a lot of times that can dictate the outcome of these games. The biggest concern, though, that I have for the Vikings, and one thing I always try and do in this video, because a lot of times with sides on an island game where we only have one game, I'm not going to have a clear, you know, a clear favorite play on a side. That's why we always do props and parlays too, because there's more out there. I'm not just going to lie to you and be like, oh, I like this spot, just so you can, you know, come back the next week. Like, oh, he always gives out a play. Look, the biggest concern that I have with the Vikings is you're traveling to LA to take on the Rams on 4 days rest, well, really like 3.5 days rest, after a grueling battle with the Detroit Lions. That concerns me. Yet at the end of the day, though, the Vikings are 5-1 against the spread this season. The Rams are 1-5 against the spread. So here's what I'd say. If you're betting the Rams, you can still get it at +3, -115 on BetMGM. Quite frankly, that would be the spot that I'm leaning right now. I haven't bet it yet. If you want the Vikings, though, you can grab them either at -3. If you really like them, don't grab the 2.5. Take them at -3 at even money on a bunch of books, +100 odds. Or you could pay for the -2 on DraftKings at -122 if you just want to get them inside of a field goal. It's 2.5 on FanDuel, but -121. Why not just take the -2? I'm leaning Rams here at +3, but I'd rather look towards some of these props, and we'll get into them now, including a parlay with that $50, $10 per touchdown promo bet going on at Bet365 every single Thursday. So let's dive into the first couple of props. Let's talk Cooper Kupp, over 6.5 receptions, -114 on FanDuel. This is sitting at -130 on Pinnacle right now. Things got moved around, shuffled around a little bit once there was optimism that Puka Nacua would play today. But here's the thing. They opened this 21-day practice window He had a walkthrough practice on Tuesday and then a bit of a practice on Wednesday. That's all he's been able to do. Like he hasn't really had anything at full go at all since week 1, 6+ weeks ago. So I'm not confident that if Puka Nacua is out there. And if I'm wrong on this, you'll be the first to tell me. That's fine. But it's still at 6.5. So I think the books are kind of in line with me or I'm in line with where the books are, except I just think Cooper Kupp sees a massive workload today. He practiced in full, including the estimated practice on Monday. They didn't even have him limited in an estimated practice. So even if Cooper Kupp might be like, we'll see based on Sean McVay saying like, oh, we'll see how much he's involved. Given the fact that he's had no restrictions in practice, I don't see any reasons why he'd be limited today. And like I said, I think Puka Nacua, even if he plays, do you really get them out there for a full workload? Like when you're going to have another 11 days to prepare for your next game, a lot of additional rest, I don't see it. I debated whether or not I'd even go with this one because, it's probably one of the chalkier spots of the week. Maybe not now, though, considering this whole Puka Nacua being optimistic that he gets out there. So maybe this ends up just being a really good spot for us. But considering that you have heavy juice on Pinnacle, it's -114 on FanDuel right now, and other books have it heavily juiced as well, I like it. Like, I think we've got value here. Also, it's really just one of those spots he should be extremely involved. Two things. No team blitzes at a higher rate than the Vikings. Who does Matthew Stafford always look to in these spots? Yep, you know it, Cooper Kupp. They also play zone defense almost an 80% clip, third highest in the league. Who destroys zone defense and who has a 40+% target share against zone? Yep, Cooper Kupp. So as long as McVay doesn't pull any shenanigans here with Kupp, and I can't imagine he would, like he did with Whittington, the rookie, who wasn't really able to get any full practices in, I expect him to be super busy all night. One other spot I like, 100+ yards for Justin Jefferson is +170 on DraftKings. I just think there's too much value there. My guess is it comes down, maybe even by the time you're watching this, but even down to like +150, I don't hate Jefferson to get the 100-yard spot against the Rams team that has already allowed 3 receivers to go for 100+. They allowed Bowers to go for 90+ last week. They allowed Tucker Kraft, obviously tight ends, but still pass catchers, to go for 88 a few weeks ago. Jawan Jennings destroyed them. Like I said, a lot of opportunities here for Jefferson to hit that century mark for the first time since, week 2, week 3? I think we get back to that today, and we're getting it at pretty significant plus money. All right, parlay time. We go Bet365 on this Thursday video for one reason. Why? Because no other site is giving us $10 in bonus bets per every single touchdown scored. Also, if you're in any of those states, no one is giving you $200 in bonus bets for simply signing up and depositing 10 and betting 5 of that. So if you're not on Bet365 yet and you want to get in on this action tonight, link is in the description. It's in the pinned comment as well. Here's what you do. Click it. Takes a minute to get instantly verified. Deposit $10 once you're in. Bet 5 of that on whatever it is you want. The moment that settles, you've got 200 in bonus bets. That's it. Like if you go, oh, I want to bet on the first drive of the game. Wouldn't recommend it, but you want to bet on the first drive of the game, right? And you win or lose. The moment that drive is over, you have $200 in bonus bets in your account for the rest of the game or for the NBA games tonight or for anything on Sunday, whatever it may be. But the big thing for me on top of all that is if you bet $50 combined in parlays, same game parlays tonight. So if you want to do one of them for 50, which is what I'm doing, or 5 of them at $10 a piece, as long as it's 3+ legs, and you can be even money odds, you're getting $10 in bonus bets for every touchdown scored. So 3 of the last 4 weeks, we've had $70 per Thursday in bonus bets alone. And that's why I'm going with this one here. 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. It's a +120. I want to get it as close to even money as I can, because if I win, you're getting a nice little payout there, but also a $10 for every bonus bet. So this isn't one of those parlays where we want to go crazy. Give me Matthew Stafford 200+ rushing yards. Give me Cooper Kupp 6+ receptions. Bring it down 1. And Aaron Jones, here could be the difficult one, but I like it. 75+ rushing plus receiving yards. Okay? When healthy, he is clearly dominating touches in this backfield. Look at it. Outside of that Jets game where he got hurt in London, he's dominating touches both in the passing game and the run game against clearly an exploitable Rams defense in this spot. assuming this game, even it doesn't matter if it plays close to the spread because he's pretty much game script proof at this point, and he's healthy. And as far as Stafford passing yards and cup receptions go, they're allowing more. The Vikings allowing more receptions and targets to opposing wide receivers than any team this year. And also, they're allowing the second most passing yards per game to opposing quarterbacks, even though they've done a good job of keeping teams out of the end zone. That gets us to plus 120 over on Bet365. I locked it in for $50. If you want a tail, that's where we're going. Otherwise, I'll see you back here tomorrow on Friday for the props video, and then we'll run this all back again for week 9. Good luck, everyone. Peace.